career, and he looks to get back into the win column after losing his last 6 starts. The referees tonight are Mark Joannette and Jake Brink. Scott Driscoll, Matt McPherson will work the lines. The Canadians are starting with Noah Jolson along with Carl Alsner. Up front, Drouin between Gallagher and Byron. Kuznetsov starts at center. Ovechkin and Wilson are the wingers for Washington. Orlov and Niskanen, the 2 defensemen. And they're going to be tested right away with the Canadians winning the draw and Gallagher getting in there. Gallagher hanging on to the puck. Tried to swing around in the big circle to get a shot, but couldn't quite do it. Washington Capitals can't find the puck to get it out. Canadians after it again back there was Gallagher. What a great forechecker number 11 is. He's playing in his 400th career game here tonight at the Bell Center in Montreal, which of course on a Saturday night is sold out again, Gary.
You know what? In the 400 he played is like 600 for some other people. He plays them so hard. Carey Price missed 13 games, and he goes down in the warm-up. He steps on a puck. Delorier fires it off the post, and as he goes off the post, it lodges on the blade, takes the blade off the ice. He shook his left knee out. I think it was like, what the heck can go wrong now? But he seems to be just fine. Backstrom,
Oshie, Burakovsky for Washington. The Canadians have Delarose, Lehkonen, and Galchenyuk. Quick changes by the 2 coaches. We're just underway at the Bell Center in Montreal. Delarose tried to make a pass. Comes off the boards back to the line, and it was missed by Jordy Benn. He'll have to hurry back. He had Oshie right after him, coming in for Washington. There's Galchenyuk up over the line and cutting to the net. Sharp angle for him, couldn't quite make it. And the Capitals get the puck. That's Carlson. Lifted a high one, knocked down and kept in by Lehkonen. He played it well. And the first test for Philip Grubauer, and he hangs on to it.
The other night in Pittsburgh, I thought Montreal did a real good job of getting in on the forecheck and then turning some pucks over. And here Carlson, ill-advised puck through the middle of the ice, gets turned over by Lehkonen. He gets it back to Galchenyuk. Galchenyuk didn't have a lot of space to work with. I like the fact he finished his check and then took off back to the net. Good job by Grubauer to stuff him there.
And the face-off deep in the Washington zone. That big circle just underway, minute 15 into the first period. On a Saturday night at the Bell Center, the Canadians. Another shot from the blue line was off a leg and went way wide of the net. Mike Riley on there. And the Caps having difficulty getting the puck in their own zone. Now they sweep it out and down the ice. Lars Zeller, he's on the 3rd line tonight with Verana and Connolly. Couldn't quite control the puck to make a play, but they keep it in. Thanks to Eller, he stayed right there at the blue line. Canadians cleared on the glass, out to center ice. But they just give it away, and the Caps get organized to come on. Price takes a look at it, and now the first shot off a stick and doesn't reach Carey Price. In the corner is Lernout. He plays it up to the line, skates well to center. The pass goes in there on the right side, but it was offside. Carr was ahead of the play.
He missed the last 3 games. He's getting back into the lineup tonight of getting Kuznetsov, and this is why they really miss him. He's a guy, he's a puck possession guy. He backs off the opponent's D, and he's somebody you got to watch so often, and that's why OB and other guys get a little more open, because if you don't pay attention to 92, he can burn you.
Big Michael McCarron, number 34 for the Canadians, is at center now with Delorier and Carr. They haven't made a change, and they're on the move. It's lifted into the Washington zone by McCarron, but now the play is called. It was a late whistle. They're going to bring it back. It looked like they're going to let it go, but they called it icing.
All the way back to the right of Carey Price is Claude Julien, and a different set of instructions he gives himself going into these games now. It's all about teaching and keeping an eye on these young kids and making them feel like they've got some confidence in themselves, and he'll continue to do that till the end of the year.
Backstrom, Oshie, and Burakovsky for Washington. They line up looking at Carey Price in the Montreal goal. He got a big standing ovation when his name was announced as the starting goalie. Long shot for him, missed the goal again and hit the back of the net, nearly got out front. Canadians trying to find it to clear it. Scramble for it along the boards, centered. And the Canadians' Galchenyuk was there. Got it ahead, and Carr Nate Short got to center ice and up over the Washington line. Habs are changing. This is TJ Oshie getting the zone again for Washington. Now he has to wait until they're back on side. Shoots it in, and Price is going to play it. Leaves it right there for Mike Riley. Intercepting it, Kuznetsov swings back near the line. That went out of play at the Canadiens bench.
For Barry Trotz, it's simple. You know, keep your team playing at the highest level you can heading into the playoffs. This is a guy who's won a lot of hockey games. He ranks right up there with the best in the National Hockey League. And this is a team and a coach that's really struggled to get out of the second round and get moving in the playoffs. He's hoping this year is his year.
Asked him this morning what he felt about getting near the playoffs again. Only a few games away. He said, we're just fun. So he's confident. But the Canadiens, Gallagher is on a move. Down over the line he goes. He beat Orlov. Even though Orlov got a piece of him, trying to keep going, just failed to do so. Cleared out of the zone by Tom Wilson for Washington. Could not catch up to it. The Canadiens again organized. There he is again. Gallagher had it knocked off his stick that time. And Tom Wilson fed it in for Ovechkin. Hard shot, stopped by Price. Great release by Alex Ovechkin on the wrist shot. Pretty good move by Drouin, but he couldn't keep going. Puck between the two blue lines, and the Canadiens, Alsner back inside his own line. His partner played it up through center. Ovechkin stopped that and played it back inside his own line. Both teams changing as the play goes on. And they bring it in for Jay Beagle. Shot is on. Price to save. Big rebound, cleared to center. 4-minute mark now. Just past it. No score. Only 3 shots. 2 of them by Washington. Canadiens get the puck up to center ice. Fed down by Brooks Orpik. Jordy Ben was back there for Montreal. Gets away from one forechecker. Got it ahead along the boards. Logan Shaw lost it. Comes back to pick it up right in front of his goal. Skates well to center though. Shaw brings it in. Dropped it back. Low shot, not hard. And it went wide of the net anyway. I was Sherback who tried to get loose to get a better shot than that. Vrana for Washington. And away from one forecheck. Now through center, allowed to skate with the puck. Finally, he was bumped a little bit there by Riley. Didn't like that. Looked over his shoulder to get the number. There'll be more of those tonight. Here comes Delorier. Shot is on. Rebound. Stopped by Grubauer. Washington goalie tested right there. Miller couldn't get too far with it. They had to get back on side, and now the puck is deep in the Montreal zone. Mike Riley. Up the line. Pass was intercepted. Riley had to back off just in case. The pass goes to the far side. The Canadiens get through center. Galchenyuk made one quick move and then lost it. Late call coming offside, and they don't clear the zone. They do, so the play will go on. 6-minute mark coming up. First period, no score. Look out! They're in again. Centering pass. And it doesn't click in front of the net. Burakovsky was open, but the puck could escape right in front of the crowd on the boards. It comes loose to the line. No shot from Orlov. And that nearly set up a break for the Canadiens. Both teams changing. Nearing 7 minutes of play of the first. 3-2 of the shots now in favor of Montreal. No score in this first period. Quiet crowd too. That's Ovechkin. Centered it, taken care of though by Lernout of the Canadiens. Gallagher ripped it from center ice in deep. Came off the boards and they had to cover quickly. Long pass to Ovechkin. He fell and got a shot away anyway. Price had to make a big save with Ovechkin flat on his back, turning over after taking the shot. Wow. Ovechkin is up there again. Got the pass. Couldn't hang on to it that time. They try to set him up again, but Ben takes over for Canadians. Off the boards and out across the line. Montreal on the move this time. Shaw. He got in close. Here's a chance. Another big save by Grubauer. The two goalies are shining now and they get a chance to do it. Jason tried to bring it in for Washington and lost it inside the Montreal blue line. And again going down there, Sherback. Nailed at the line. Sherback on the puck again. Long pass goes astray off a stick to the left of the Washington net. Fed down the ice though by Stevenson for the Capitals. They keep it onside, but now it's cleared down the ice again. Laid on the ship for Sherback. He did a trick or two to get the puck in there. Look out, he's making a great move. And the shot is off Grubauer. And out of play. But the crowd is cheering. And Sherback, another hopeful coming on to the Montreal scene. Did he ever look good? No score.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est une tague assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Parle-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
It's that excited feeling, the one you get about your life. And we're excited for you too. With easier, faster, more innovative ways to save, so you can make the most of all your wonderful changes.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Discover new Dove Men Plus Care Foaming Body Wash. Pump, foam, hydrate. New Dove Men Plus Care Foaming Body Wash.
First period, but it's picked up the last 2 or 3 shifts.
The grade 8's had a couple of really good chances, and this one here, he just stumbled over the spot he normally shoots from. And then this is the creativity and the imagination of Sherback. This is what Montreal fans have to look forward to, is a young talent like this who's coming and giving it all these games. He's been a real bright spot, which has been a real dismal season for the Canadians. He looks like he's going to be a real good player.
Replay brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of the NHL. McCarron on the face-off for the Canadians. It came loose near the line, but the Capitals are on it, and here they come. A 2-on-1 coming in. The shot is blocked by Price. He's going to get a standing O on that one. Verona came in and waited, and he had a decoy over there to his left, but took the hard wrist shot.
One thing the Penguins figured out the other day, too, is that Price's glove is working pretty good. Juleson zigs when he should have done it, and Verona was gone. And he had a good look at where he wanted to go. Alsner goes down, so the pass is taken away. Good job by him. He tries to go short side, glove side. Not a chance.
Excited, the sellout crowd, though. They were on their feet for a few seconds. So, Center. Second game back after the time off on the concussion. Capitals keep the puck in, but the Canadians stop a shot, and away they go down, led by Galchenyuk to the far side. The backhand pass got in there for Lehkonen, left it, and then it's flipped in wide of the net. Yellow rolls up on the play. Here's Galchenyuk alone! Scores! Grubauer was great, but when you get a player with the talent of Galchenyuk, and look out for the backhand, how are you going to stop it?
What a nice shift by Galchenyuk. A little bit sloppy in the end for the Capitals, and this is something they're going to have to clean up. Niskanen gets caught on the wrong side of everything, and this is just an easy walk-in for Galchenyuk. Orlov, Niskanen, both of them leave their post, and then Galchenyuk has a walk right to the net. Now a little push to the forehand with the puck. That's where Grubauer bit, and then it was backhand shelf. Nice goal by Galchenyuk.
Beautiful goal by Galchenyuk. A hard backhander up high over Grubauer's shoulder and under the crossbar. 1-0 Montreal. Evgeny Kuznetsov, he missed 3 games, back in the lineup tonight, starts this play for the Capitals. Came off Ovechkin, that was a hot pass to handle, and the play is going to be called back. I see.
There's nothing wrong with 2 defensemen being on the same side of the ice. I mean, that's something that happens quite often. There's Niskanen, but I think Orlov gets caught up high. And when he gets caught up high, it leaves too big a gap in the ice, and Niskanen gets caught up against the wall. That gives Galchenyuk time to attack Grubauer and plenty of time to make that move.
Face off deep in the Washington zone. Unassisted goal by Galchenyuk. 1-0 Montreal. Drouin poked it loose on the face-off win, but the Caps cleared quickly. However, Tom Wilson was bumped right away, trying to find Ovechkin. He's there at the line, but couldn't keep it inside the line. Had to swing back out with it. Kuznetsov turned around, and now Wilson comes on. He was hit pretty decently by Alsner. Stopped him dead in his tracks. The Canadians have 2 skaters going to center. It's centered all right for Drouin. Tried to tip it by the goalie. Cleared out by Carlson. Waited to do it and didn't get it across the line. Alone! Score!
Pittsburgh figured this out the other night, that the Montreal Canadiens are not going to sit back. They're going to attack you. I thought they outplayed Pittsburgh the other night. Byron gets that one to the net for Drouin. The Canadiens stay on top of it. And then again, it's just sloppy play. Putting the puck into an area of the ice where it's just plain dangerous. And this is 2 sloppy ones in a row. Drew with a nice little backhand feed to Gallagher. And again, he's got plenty of time to pick his corner. And he did. He just pulled it in tight, slammed it in on the short side. And that's number 28 for number 11.
And his 47th point of the season, he's the leading scorer. The coach is challenging the goal, saying maybe it was offside. We're going to find out shortly as the officials are at the penalty timekeeper's bench and looking over.
This gives Barry Trotz a chance to give it to his guys, and he's not a happy guy. Talking to the people upstairs here, as you watch this entry, Drouin drops the puck, and does the puck get over before the skate? It's hard to tell because there's snow against the puck. The stick of Byron is in the way. Again, this is on the first chance. This isn't on the goal. This is on the one where Byron threw it to the net, and Drouin had that chance at the side. They'll come back and give this a call and see if it's offside or not. It looks like, if you were a guessing man, you'd think it probably was, but look at the back heel of that skate. Break for the Washington Capitals, and an opportunity for Barry Trotz to really let his team have it here. You're a week and a half away from the Stanley Cup playoffs. You're a team that really should be vying for the Stanley Cup, and you can't be playing that sloppy this late in the season in your end.
2 goals in a minute and 2 seconds, and now the second goal has been wiped out. So it's still 1-0 Montreal as they drop the puck. And the Capitals try to get things going now in a little better shape and form. They steal it in there. Oh, Carey Price. A shot by T.J. Oshie, and Price was standing there saying, "Come on want to challenge me, and that was a bullet shot he caught.
I'm starting to wonder if teams are scouting this and thinking that there's some problem with his glove hand, because in Pittsburgh the other night, there was 3 or 4 like this, and tonight this is the second one they tried to go to that glove hand side, and he's just said, there is no way, this is a locked door.
What a beautiful save. That's 2 he's made in this first period with that catching hand. That one a dandy. Puck is freed out to center ice. Capitals line up, 4 of them get the Canadiens line. Dumped in by Backstrom, a little too far for anybody. Just swing it out easily to center. Lehkonen backhanded the puck in. That's the end of the shift for the Canadiens line. They're gone to the bench. We're just past the halfway mark of the first period. 1-0 is the score. Canadiens thought they had a second goal by Gallagher. Called back on an offside play. Challenged by Barry Trotz. And he was right. High stick maybe, and the referee far down to my left called that play. Gonna be a penalty. 1-0 Montreal.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est un tag assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir... autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens. Et voilà!
Promets-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
Well, both referees got this one, and they got it fairly quickly. It's pretty hard to miss. As he swings for the puck that's up in the air, he misses the puck and catches Orlov right in the chin. Both hands went up, and he'll sit for 2 minutes or less, and this power play for the Washington Capitals will go to work.
This power play brought to you by Ram and its legendary 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel. And the Caps get a chance to set up for the first shot. Carlson at the line. Off the boards. Canadiens are going to clear it. That's Gallagher again on the puck quickly. And fires it all the way down the ice. 1-0 Montreal leading on the goal by Galchenyuk. Number 17 on the season. Now the Caps on the power play come in. Kuznetsov. Looking around, just hangs on to it, goes to the blue line, stays open, gets the return pass, takes the look, takes the shot. Price didn't look sharp on that one. Kuznetsov waited, and that's his first goal. Back, and it's right through Price, 1-1.
This is what you miss about Evgeny Kuznetsov. The fact that he can play the half wall and he can beat you from there. Yes, if you shade off of Ovechkin, you'll give him the seam. And Backstrom and him and Oshie, they will find Ovechkin. But if you don't and you back off at 92, he's going to take the space you give him. He's going to walk into his forehand and he can rip this puck. That's 6 power play goals that the Washington Capitals have scored in their last 6 games. It has been a bit on fire. On the road, it's been a bit of a challenge for them. They dropped from about 26% to about 18% on the road. But it's been working pretty good of late on the road. And what a shot by Kuznetsov.
First shot, winning the face-off in the Montreal zone, and Price didn't look like he was set at all. Wasn't quite ready, and that was a bullet shot, tying the game, 1-1. Canadiens can't keep it in. Arnott had to come back in a hurry. Caps Ducks are looking for. Tom Wilson was open, got the pass behind the net. Looks back out with it. Oh, nearly a break. Lead pass doesn't come from Daniel Carr. He had a man going open. Grubauer got his stick on that one and it went out of play.
The power play, it's so important to get into the end zone and get set up in the offensive zone. And that's what the Capitals do. They get set up. You got the great passer down low. You got the two right-handed shots in Oshie and Ovechkin. And the Canadians are so caught up in trying to keep those seams tight that they just didn't think Kuznetsov would step in, and he's got a bullet. He blew that thing by Carey Price.
For his 22nd, I'll say he blew it by him. It was a hard shot. Tying the game. Power play goal by Washington. Canadians cough it up inside the line. Here comes TJ Oshie. Swings around, dropped it back. The pass. Missing Orpik, who joined the rush. Lifted high and behind the net it goes. The Canadians having trouble now. The Caps have come alive. Ever since they called off that second goal on the challenge by Barry Trotz. Canadians again scrambling for the puck inside their own blue line. Finally they get it out and down the ice. 7:25 left in the first period. Tie game at the moment. Gallagher with the puck. Got it outside the line. Byron tipped it ahead. A good play. Gallagher hits for the net, but he got in there a bit too quickly. He's offside.
It's the one thing, you got to have a spotter somewhere upstairs that catches those offsides. And as soon as they happen, people on the bench react too. So as that thing went offside, I'm sure there were a few players that go, hey, that's offside. So you get all that feedback if you're Barry Trotz, and I don't think there was any doubt in his mind that that was offside. It didn't happen on the original chance to the net, but it happened shortly after on the turnover. And it's a good call, and it's kind of got them back into this hockey game.
Carlson and Backstrom assisted on the Kuznetsov tying goal. Swinging back over there is Vrana. Left it for Connolly. Dumped it behind the net. Eller tried to center it. The Canadians cover up. And it's Lernout who got the puck out and down the ice. It goes right to the goalie, so no icing. 6:52 left to play in the first. Red Connolly got the puck near center and shot it deep. Price came out, played it to the corner. Scrambled forward with 5 players after that one puck along the boards. It came loose and the Canadians trying to get organized. Two teams changing as the play goes on. And Sherback brought it up again. He was stopped just inside the Washington line. 6:22 left in the period. Carlson, the defenseman, with the puck in his own zone, looks ahead. Passes, trying to hit Tom Wilson with it, but it got by him. He might have gotten a piece of it. Now Gallagher. He had to turn at his own line, got a pass away, easily intercepted. But the Canadians recover the puck and then give it up again. Ovechkin nearly got going on that play. High stick knocked that one down. Paul Byron thought he had a break himself, but the stick was a little bit too high. Kuznetsov, his 22nd, tie the game.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est une assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Promets-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
It's about those times when you think about the future. And that's why we're here. To build a retirement plan that fits you, prepares you, and changes with you. So you can make the most of all those wonderful changes.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Discover new Dove Men Plus Care Foaming Body Wash. Pump, foam, hydrate. New Dove Men Plus Care Foaming Body Wash.
You couldn't help but be amazed by the March of Our Lives that was held in Washington, D.C. this afternoon. Capitals and Wizards owner Ted Leonsis hosted students from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School at the Wizards game last night and made a $25,000 donation to the cause. Their message: to put an end to gun violence, and no question their voices were heard today. Bob?
And that's good news. Christine, thank you. Washington Capitals and the Montreal Canadiens. As we said, the last Saturday night hockey for the Canadiens this season. But a lot of youngsters getting a chance to show their wares. And here's a chance now for Washington again. With that first shot by Niskanen blocked. Second one he didn't take. Tried the pass. Now on the puck again. Niskanen shoots it in this time. It went a bit high. Price took care of that. Crowd gathers though in the corner. Look out! Score! Tom Wilson was all alone. Price didn't move. The puck was in before he knew it.
He's mad at himself because this is his turnover. It's his turnover, and he's picking it out of the back of his net, and he's shaking his head. I think he just was back there way too long. He knocks it out of the air, which is great. And instead of reversing it behind him, I don't know who's talking to him, but he tries to give it to Ben, but he rolls it over the top of Ben's stick. And right there, if he reverses it, they're out of the zone. Someone's got to be chatting with him. I didn't hear anybody talking. He turns it over to Backstrom, and he gets out to Wilson. And then he's coming right down the gut of the ice, having a good look at it, and he beats Price.
For a 2-1 Washington lead. Bang, bang, play, as they say, right to Tom Wilson, right on the tape. And he didn't wait at all, just put it by Price. So the Caps have taken the lead. That's number 12 of the season for Tom Wilson. They're up again. Kuznetsov knew he couldn't get a shot, so he played the puck to the boards, and the Canadians, Gallagher tried to lift it out and failed to do it. Second chance, doesn't get out, still in there, and the Canadians have a tough time. Juleson on the puck, threw it around his own net. He'll get it back, take a look, and then get a pass away outside the line. Drouin decides to turn back. He wanted to go himself, but he was checked right there by Wilson. Now stepping up and going on is Sherbak. Got in over that Washington line, fired the puck around the net. Kempney played it on the backhand of the boards, out of harm's way. He gets it again, ripped the pass quickly, and now they're looking sharper. Eller brings it in, left him with Connolly to shoot to the net. He did. Price turned it away, and it's in the corner, and the battle occurs there. Petrie for Montreal got the puck up as far as center ice. Under 4 minutes remaining in the first period. Offside at the Montreal blue line.
Ovechkin has over 600 goals, and he can really rip it. But I'll tell you what, he can finish his checks too. And right there, his ex-teammate Carl Alsner paid a price as he just pancaked him into the boards. And there's the turnover over the top of Ben's stick, and 3 Canadians are up against the wall. The whole middle of the ice is wide open for Tom Wilson. He got it off his skate, and then he snapped it home on the same short side that Kuznetsov beat Price on as well. Shots were 9-3. Montreal was all over Washington. They had just scored their second goal, or so we thought. That got called back on an offside, and this game has just turned around, and Washington is now skiing downhill.
Back comes back for Washington. He was checked immediately and couldn't get the puck down to his mates up ahead of him. Canadians get it deep. That's McCarron coming in after it behind the net on the boards. Tough struggle, and it came loose for Yerabek. Got the puck up and down the ice, and look out. Caps are in again. Centering pass didn't quite work. Price might have got a piece of that as it came across the blue ice right in front of him. Daniel Carr took a hit, but shot the puck in deep for Montreal. 2:52 left to play in the first. Some speed by the Capitals now. Up on the play was Burakovsky. Shot it in. The Canadians get the puck and play it ahead. Right through center ice. Delarose fell down. Nobody touched him. Just lost an edge and went down on the rush.
You get these aerial passes that get up into the air, and it's the easiest way to clear your zone and the neutral zone. And Jordy Ben gets caught flat-footed, and wow, he just blew right by him, and it was a missed pass going over to Chasson, and he had a wide-open net and just could not get a stick on it.
Last Washington scoring play was Wilson's 12th of the season from Backstrom to make it 2-1. Juleson back for the Canadians. That hit Galchenyuk's skate. He had to stop to pick it up. Now made a nice play down there for Lehkonen. Shot came off the boards and centered. Nobody there for Montreal. But they're up to keep it in. Good rush by Mike Riley to get up there. The puck was coming outside the line. Now it is out. Thanks to the work of Backstrom, and he shot the puck in deep. Comes up looking for two. Did get his stick on it, poked it loose from the boards near the corner. And then Burakovsky turned around with it. Centered and scored! Tom Wilson again alone and ripped a high shot.
Started with a dump in that went around the back of the net that Petrie picked up, and it looked like the Canadians were to get possession and start moving out of the zone, but it was not to be, and it gets all messed up. And at the end of the day, here's Petrie lowering down on his stick trying to keep this puck back alive to his partner, but Riley gets turned over by Backstrom. That's the second puck that Backstrom has turned over deep in the Montreal zone, and it's led to a goal right off of his stick. He has got eyes in the back of his head. He's not even looking. He knows exactly where Wilson is. What an incredible play by Backstrom behind the net, and even better one out in the slot.
18-11, the time of the second goal of the game for Wilson. Tom Wilson's 13th of the season makes it 3-1 Washington.
Well, that's 3 goals on 9 shots on Carey Price, and 2 of them right from the slot area from Wilson. And you can't imagine Burakovsky and Backstrom turning this thing over, and Montreal's got numbers back. You look at all 5 red sweaters are in your view right there, but they just didn't cover the right areas.
Capitals are afire. Look at Ovechkin come in now. Trying to get open to get a shot away, and he might get himself open. But on the brakes, looks back to the blue line, turned the other way, handled the puck beautifully, but couldn't set up a shot. Pass got behind him to the blue line. Stopped by Carlson. Looks ahead. Came off a skate and got to the boards. The Canadians don't find it till now. And it's going to be cleared out all right down the center ice by Byron. Couldn't catch up. The Canadians are changing. Kuznetsov made short. Got in deep in the Montreal zone with 1 minute left in the period. Capitals gave up a lead to the Canadians, 1-0 on the Galchenyuk goal back at 8:35. And then they scored 3 in a row, 2 by Wilson. Canadians come in. Weak shot wide of the net by Nikita Sherbak. Caps get a man open. And they couldn't quite get the pass up to Verano. He was there alone all right, but couldn't reach it. 32 seconds left in the period. Scrambled along the boards. 6 players on the puck. The referee is hollering to move it. Not a chance. I see more of this lately. A lot of players after the puck along the boards. I can't remember in your day you'd knock somebody down and get it loose, right?
Usually they do not blow whistles for puck scrums on the wall. So I very seldom see a referee not yell to move it. He just let them sit there, and it was just Sherbak and Eller that were just kind of getting into each other's grill here. But they were the only ones. They weren't even involved in the puck scrum. They were just kind of sitting off the top of it. And you can hear the referee yelling easy to those 2 guys on the backside, and eventually he just decided to blow it down.
That second goal by Wilson from Backstrom and Burakovsky.
You're right, Bob. You get that can opener off the wall, and you pull their legs right off the wall and take them straight down. In my day, you wouldn't be able to stand up over the puck.
Caps win the draw. No shot coming on that attempt. Jason was wide open, but just got the heel of the stick in the puck. 10 seconds left in the period. Canadians looking to find the puck and having a tough time doing it. Long shot from Morlov at the blue line. Right to Price, and he hangs on. Just under 2 seconds left in the period.
Right off the face-off, Bob, you're absolutely right. Chiasson's wide open. It's a set play. Here he comes across the middle, then he opens up onto his forehand. Nobody picks him up. And it's a good thing that wasn't number 8 ripping that thing. And then it was just a scramble in front of Montreal. They tried to shoo the puck over to the wall to get it out of harm's way. It went back to the point. A pretty good shot.
Don Cherry and Ron McLean are standing by in the coach's corner. That's coming up in our first intermission. Backstrom has 3 assists in the period for Washington. Wilson has 2 goals. And the Caps lead it after 1 period at the Bell Center in Montreal by a score of 3-1. The shots in that first period by Washington 10 and by the Canadians 9. It's 3-1 Washington.
Riley takes the pass from Kapanen and he shot the puck into the crowd in front. It's Lucien for the There was another wreck in front of the net. It threw it. Kapanen slid the puck home. 1-0 Toronto.
Oh, what a great play by James Van Riemsdyk. You think of him being in front of the net and how many great plays he's been able to make the score. That almost hits him in the face. He's tied up with Jensen, kicks it towards Bozak, and look at Howard. Howard had no idea where that puck was. And Bozak with just a smart play through the legs of Athanasiou. Kapanen with his stick on the ice and right through the legs of Harrison and past a sprawling Howard. Howard looked to his left, wasn't sure where it was. All of a sudden realized that Bozak had put it back to the slot. And the end result is a smiling face for Kasperi Kapanen.
Number 7 for Kapanen at 14:30 of what has become a very eventful first period with bodies strewn across the ice on a number of occasions. 1-0 Toronto.
And Jim, that shot originally was from Morgan Riley, really under pressure and almost handcuffed him, but he got it towards the net, and the end result is it ends up in the back of it.
It was Kapanen who slipped it back to him. Here's Luke Witkowski straight up the middle into traffic. Tyler Bertuzzi protected the puck from Riley, tries to cut back through the puck in front and tried to tuck it in, couldn't do it. And play stopped as Anderson covers up. Kapanen from Bozak and Van Riemsdyk at 14:30. Toronto's on the board first on hockey.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est un tag assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Promets-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
It's that excited feeling, the one you get about your life. And we're excited for you too. With easier, faster, more innovative ways to save, so you can make the most of all your wonderful changes.
You're richer than you think.
And then Burakovsky turned around with it. Center net score! Tom Wilson again alone and ripped a high shot.
Pump, foam, hydrate. New Dove Men Plus Care Foaming Body Wash.
Coach's Corner coming up.
Coach's Corner with Don Cherry and Ron McLean is brought to you by Budweiser Gold Sinks Glasses. Gold Sinks glasses are back. Must be legal drinking age. No purchase necessary.
I know everybody in the world is against Eugene Melnyk in Ottawa. And for the life of me, I cannot understand it. This guy is pouring look at the sign. A guy, now maybe his heart's in his right place. There's a sign about Eugene Melnyk. Oh! dollars. The people don't show up. As we've said many times before, there's 7 rinks, Sens rinks around there, Ottawa. He puts it on. The only bad rink they got is where he is. He's playing anyway. Now listen, this guy puts up millions of dollars. Nobody comes out to say, oh, well, if they had a winning club. Yeah, they had a winning club last year. They were 1 shot away from getting to the finals, and they still didn't sell out. He is nuts to even stay there. He pours millions of dollars into the franchise, and what do? They give him a hard time. And the interview, you mentioned the interview.
Right. If fans are upset, because I think you're right, Don. I think people in hockey are not mad at Eugene Melnyk. They know what he's done for the city.
You're saying all the fans aren't hockey people?
Well, not the people that have kids in hockey. If you have a kid in hockey, you love Eugene Melnyk for what he's done for rinks around town.
And let me tell you something. He had an interview down by the glass. You remember that? He said, why should I pour millions in when the people don't care?
Right.
And that's all I've got.
And he said we would be better somewhere else. If it's not working in Canada, we would be better,
Quebec even better.
Yeah, wait a minute. You're suggesting he goes to Quebec?
Listen, he'd sell out in Quebec in a heartbeat. They'd never get a ticket.
Let's hope the LeBreton thing happens. That's
what?
Let's hope the LeBreton thing happens. The new grounds for the arena in Ottawa, and it's tough in a government town.
I'm just saying he shouldn't have wasted too much time. Anyhow, let's go. The only time he ever phoned me, and I don't even know the guy, is he asked me, he phoned me, should I keep Wade Redden or Chara? And he kept Wade Redden.
And you said to keep smart. Yeah, so the fans may be right.
That's right, he's not too smart.
All right, Tom Wilson, your buddy, got a couple on Kerry tonight.
I love Tom Wilson. I love his dad, too. They're great guys. And, I feel sorry for Price. He's got to get in the rhythm. Look at that goal. I mean, there's no reason he shouldn't have had that goal. But Tom Wilson, boy, he's my type of guy. Look at that. He's a tough, cold turkey shots. Anyhow, it's a good guy, good Toronto boy.
Well, what was your take on the goalie interference resolution?
All right, never mind showing it. I won't show it, but 2 months ago, this is what I said. They have to have a guy in Toronto, maybe 2 guys in Toronto, and they have to be consistent. You can't have a guy in Columbus called goaltender interference, and then another guy calling in Toronto another one. You have to have 1 guy or 2 guys. They're going to have an official there. I wouldn't have an official. Get the officials out and making the call.
Why not?
He likes other officials. He's not, he's not. They don't like to overrule the other guys and everything like that. They do not have the 2 guys, have them there, take the referees out of it, 2 guys make the decision, no problem. I said that 2 months ago, they'll do it.
Bingo. And it will be a group still. Even the guys on the ice will have a say, but they want a senior referee. So this is the funniest icing of the year. It's your
I'm always on these lines when I tell you I can't stand them. There was 30 things. Watch this here. It makes a complete fool. Look at this guy like he's skating in mud. Look. And he calls that icing. I am telling you, you think it's funny, but it's for the Stanley Cup, and there was a face-off in that end. It could cost you Stanley Cup. Somebody's got to get those linesmen under control. There was 30 face-offs, and in 1 period in the Pittsburgh game, you're ticking people off.
Dave Poole and John Bartlett were going crazy in Montreal, too. So here's Adam Graves and Logan watched the game the other night. Darren Pierce, who I play with on Wednesdays, watched this game, the OHL Cup, Don.
Hockey people.
Yeah, I love it.
And hockey was a jam. And there's a Wild Irishman over there on the other side.
This is the minor midget championship of the world, where they scout all the best prospects.
Yeah, and watch this here. And Dennis Houlihan, they put it in. Watch this here. Watch this goal. They just happen to have a game. Junior Canadians won with David Siska. They played with Dennis. He played Danny. He played with me and Ice Dogs. And this is hockey. You guys will be telling me, and here I've given Spear. You guys will be telling me, people will be telling me, that Marner's a good hockey player. I have people tell me, did you ever see him play? I see these guys before you even, and there was nobody from the media. There was nothing in the paper, nothing at all, and that's the greatest young hockey players coming out. They do that in West, they do it in the Quebec League too.
All right, we're 2 minutes, so let's just keep going for a bit. Jaden Schwartz, you predicted this too.
Watch this guy. Watch this here, Jaden Schwartz. I swear to God, I knew he was going to score. As God is my judge, I knew he was going to score. He got the 2 goals. He's only making $500,000. We got to hurry. All right, keep going.
Got to do Jets. Let's go Scheifele. Mark Scheifele, amazing last night.
Got a goal. We got somebody else must have got this. Beautiful. Now watch the goal he sets up on Connor. And Kyle Connor, boy, gets it. This is 2 winners in a row he gets. Now watch this here. He just sips it over nice, and he puts it in the winner. And look, they don't jump around there. Got a tough club coming up. Come on.
All right, Brad Marchand, I got to nose that one out. So let's go to Sidney Crosby's goal. Everybody's talking about.
Oh, yeah. All right, watch this here. We got to hurry up. Everybody's seen this one. I got one for you. Now come back to me. Bobby Orr is in California. He's killing the penalty as it coming. And he drops his glove at center ice, and then he picks up the puck. He comes down the right side, and I'll show you what he does. Behind the net. Bang, in the net. I mean, that's what Bobby Orr does. It was Gary Doak. Watch him going behind the net. See the puck? He dances like that, knocks it in like that. I just thought I'd put that in.
Coming down.
Yeah. And you know what? It's a funny thing. I was at a party, well, having a few beers, and the guy sitting next to me said, I know that's true, Grapes, and I saw come. He said, because I was a goalie. Suitcase Smith.
Isn't that great? Yeah. I love that we'll save Anze Kopitar. He's on Hockey Night in Canada tonight. Sorry, Anze. No, 4 goals, beautiful, but we got to get to Connor McDavid, because it's kind of the moral of your story here tonight.
Well, LA, you know what I think of them. Anyhow, when I watch this here, you know, kids, I see you guys in the playoffs and girls in the playoffs. I don't know about girls, but I know you're out of the playoffs, and you go through the motions. Some guys in the National Hockey League doing it right now. I don't want to name the name. This guy, think about it, he was the MVP last year. He was a toast, and he still works as hard as if he was making the playoffs, and they're not making the playoffs. Somebody thought this was a run-and-gun team they were going to go, and somebody else predicted. I don't care how good you are, and this guy never quits, and don't you ever quit too, even though your team's out of the playoffs.
Lastly, he's got the Rockets, and so does Kelowna have the Rockets, and look at them.
Aren't they good Canadian boys? Look at that. And they ever look at the coach has got one in the middle too. I tell you, they're great boys. I love junior hockey players. I love minor midget hockey players. Best people in the world.
And that was, as you know, Don, for organ donation. So there you have Don, the big wheel Don, spokesperson on the Coach's Corner on Hockey Night.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est un tag assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Promets-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
It's that excited feeling. The one you get about your life. And we're excited for you too. With easier, faster, more innovative ways to save, so you can make the most of all your wonderful chances. You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Discover new Dove Men Plus Care Foam Body Wash. Pump, foam, hydrate. New Dove Men Plus Care Foam Body Wash.
So, do you have to buy a big car to get a safe car? Not if your car has a super strong superstructure made with advanced high-strength steel, or when it's loaded with safety technology. Even autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian detection. And we back our quality with one of the best warranties in Canada. The Hyundai Elantra. The compact that's big on safety.
Washington Capitals have a 3-1 lead after one. I'm now joined by the Montreal Canadiens, Carl Alzner. Washington, obviously a team you know very well. You guys came out flying. It almost seemed like after the disallowed goal, the pendulum kind of swung the other way. What happened out there?
Yeah, it definitely gave him a little bit of life. We got to be happy with the first 10 minutes of that period. And honestly, majority of that period, we had a couple little lapses in the slot that gave a high-powered offensive team too much opportunity, and they made us pay. But overall, it was a decent period.
You know, in your lineup right now, obviously a lot of young guys because of the injuries. As a veteran, what are you doing to kind of help those guys find their way?
We're in a position right now where we can kind of go out there and work on a few things, and we don't really have a big penalty to pay. So we're just trying to make sure everybody has confidence by going out there and playing your game, play how you want to play, and don't worry about making a few mistakes. But at the same time, we want to be solid. So it's kind of a weird situation, but we're doing our best, keeping everybody up.
Well, appreciate your time, Carl. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks.
Carl Alzner, the Montreal Canadiens. It was Alex Galchenyuk getting the scoring started for Montreal, but it is 3-1 after one for the Capitals. Second period coming up.
Freshening up for spring without spending a lot is refreshing. But when those spring touches get everyone as excited about the season as you are, that's what saving feels like, and why Walmart has all your spring essentials at unbeatable prices.
Over Detroit. In Ottawa, Erik Karlsson's return to the lineup for the Senators, the big story. He gets an assist as they are tied at 1 with Carolina. And later tonight, the Edmonton Oilers hosting the LA Kings. That's on CBC and Sportsnet. Now we'll send it up to Bob Cole and Gary Galley.
And the second period coming up at the Bell Center. Wilson, 2 goals for Washington. Backstrom, 3 assists for the Capitals. Canadians got the first goal. Galchenyuk and number 17 on the season, but then 3 in a row by Washington. And they lead 3-1 at this stage. Ovechkin brought the puck over the line and gave it away on that pass. Canadians the other way. Byron coming in. Tried to cut to the net at the blue line. The shot, big rebound right there, but gathering that up was Tom Wilson. He turned it back up the ice in a hurry. And they get it in there again on the first shot is fired wide. Wilson making a bid for his 3rd goal of the game. He's had 4 2-goal games, never had a hat trick. Going for one right there in the first minute of play of period number 2. Canadians attack. Galchenyuk ripped the shot and he missed the net with it. He was in close and thought he had some room in the short side. He probably did, but missed the net. Jordy Benn in the corner, got caught with the puck. Canadians have 3 going to center, though. Down over the line. Lehkonen stopped right there and fed it over in front. He heads for the net as the puck gets to the blue line, and that was deflected just wide by Lehkonen. Delarose was right there with him also.
Not going to have a better look than this if you're Tom Wilson. It would have been one heck of a night to have 3 this quick in. Kuznetsov to Ovechkin, back to Kuznetsov, and it's like he knows he's right there. Wilson knows where to go. Get in the open, get the puck in your wheelhouse. Pretty good opportunity there as we see Lernout rip this one through some traffic, and it hit something and went over the top of the net. And then the net went off its moorings, and that's what drew the whistle.
Face off down to the right. Philip Grubauer. His save percentage coming in is well over 900. 926. And has not been damaged a heck of a lot in this game yet. The 1 goal. Canadians come back to recover the puck and get it out and down the ice. Just missed Daniel Carr at the blue line. Kempney for Washington is forced to go back. Carr was all over him. Off the skate over there. Up Beagle and in deep. Capitals come after. That's Beagle behind the net. Lost it. He was checked back there. Strapped for the puck and he got it and played it back off the boards. But it missed the defenseman here back at the line. Caps move it back up across center and dump it in. No harm done here. Jeff Petrie was back there, but he fell. Puck was loose for the second, but only for a short time. He's back up and on it. Pins his man along the boards and let him go. Caps worked the puck around, and Price had to make a save. And a penalty coming up against Montreal on this play.
A myriad of errors here as Jeff Petrie is going back to get a puck. There's nobody actually near him, and I think he just toe picks himself as he goes from forward to backwards. His feet get discombobulated, and there you see Shaw, who pushes the player over the top of him, Eller, and loses his stick. So now he has no stick, and then Eller kicks it as he rotates out, and then Shearback reaches in. There's your hook right there as Price makes a pretty good save, and he didn't see that very well either. That was through traffic.
This power play is brought to you by Ram and its legendary 6.7-liter Cummins turbo diesel.
This might have went off the mask of Carey Price, Bob. The shot that came through as he's going over to have the trainers get his mask back in the proper spots. The strap, maybe the buckle came off the strap. We'll see if it does make contact with the mask. There's Eller, there's the hook, and then you see Aldner reaching in. Oh yeah, caught him right on the mask, almost in the identical spot he took the shot against Philadelphia when he got the concussion. And remember, that was a bullet he took in that game as well.
So the face-off, when we do get going, will be to the left of Carey Price, who appears to be ready. 3-1 is your score. Washington leading Montreal. On the puck quickly is Carl Alzner. Got it out and down the ice. So the Caps come back and organized. That's John Carlson. He'll bring it on a little bit. Then a long pass down there to Kuznetsov. Off the goalpost, I think, and got a piece of it anyway. And stayed out. That's the main thing, and the Canadians get a chance to send him back again, and they do. Ripping it down the ice was Lehkonen. He's gone for a change. And the Caps come back. Leading 3-1, looking for more. Just past the 3-minute mark of the second period. Ovechkin. Long shot, weak and wide of the net. Ovechkin stays open in that big spot to the right of Price. Looking around for him behind the goal. Nobody got it to him until now. There's a shot. Boomed it right up the net and it was stopped. It's still onside. Good play at the blue line by Carlson. Ovechkin was open in there. Puck along the boards, back to Carlson, to Ovechkin. He wanted to one-time it. Carlson gives it to him again. Another shot that was blocked, and the Canadians clear it down the ice. Paul Byron. 45 seconds left to the penalty. Caps lead Montreal 3-1. big shot by Ovechkin on that power play, which is still in progress. Bringing the puck on, Burakovsky. Left it right there, chased it to the boards, got it up to the corner to Eller. Back for him at the blue line is Orlov. He'll wind up, no shot coming. He was checked in time, but now might get one. Orlov hands it off. Ovechkin looks back, looks up the net. No wrist shot coming. Put it off his skate, and the Canadians were allowed to clear it down the ice. Penalty time, 5 seconds. So Orlov will have to hurry. Make a long pass. There it is to Eller through the middle. He's up over the line. The shot is deflected up high and off the glass. Eller went in after it, centered it. Turning back was Burakovsky to the blue line. That was missed. And it's back down the ice. Just the 2 shots on goal on the power play by Washington. They still lead 3-1. And on the attack, dumped in around the net. Score! A bit of a break, that goal. And these are going to happen. Just a shot from inside the blue line. It hit a couple of sticks before it hit Beagle right in front, and he made a good play on it.
Kind of a broken up play. It didn't look like a lot, and it didn't look very dangerous. And Orlov comes in and he makes the best of it. It's just everything's out high. The Canadians got people in place. There you see Ben coming down. He's on top of Chiasson. And then this wide open shot from Orlov. No one seems to pick up Orlov coming into the zone. And then Beagle is sitting right off the side. I'm not sure whether, I think it hits his stick right there. And that's a good tip for Beagle. And Lernout, I think, if you're going to stand in front of your goaltender, you better get out of the way and let him see the puck. He's the guy who's going to stop it. If there's no one there, you're better to let him have a look at it and take away that guy on the left side of Carey Price who ended up deflecting it into the net. This is the learning stuff these young guys are getting right now with the Montreal Canadiens.
Not shaping up to be a great night for the Canadians. They got a good start, it appeared, and had some energy. Got one goal and had another, they thought, but it was called back. Gallagher thought he had his first goal of the game. There was an offside play that nullified that scoring play. But then Washington took over. Now have scored 4 in a row. 4-1 Capitals. Another one of these scrums looking for the puck along the boards. You can hear the referee shout, "Move it." They're moving it about 2 feet at a time. Stopped at the line. Petrie was open on this side. Pass doesn't get to him. Shot is blocked. Cleared off the boards and out. And Mike Ronnie is back there for the Canadians. Right through the middle with that pass. Tipped at center ice by Delorier, and he didn't quite hit center, so that's an icing call. The Rogers Hometown Hockey Tour is in Bathurst, New Brunswick this weekend, while there are 2 games on tap. Catch the Predators and Jets on Sportsnet East, Ontario West and 360, or the Canucks and Stars on Sportsnet Pacific. Coverage begins tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Washington outshot the Canadians in the first period 10-9. It's 14-11 now to this point in the hockey game. Nearing the 7-minute mark, period number 2. Caps are checking well now. They're doing everything better now.
Well, I think their coach gave them an earful during that challenge, and it changed everything.
Ovechkin, a good setup for Tom Wilson, cutting in fast. Finally lost the puck, and the Canadians get organized and coming out. That long pass thrown down by Juleson. It'll get in deep, but Michael Kempney was back there first for Washington. Doesn't get outside the line. Long shot, missed the Washington net. Tipped at the net then by Lernout, but that didn't work. Ovechkin nearly caught up to it. Ovechkin last 6 games, he had 4 goals and 9 points. Nothing doing tonight yet. Shot in over the line and deep by Montreal. They want to make a change. As we approach the 8-minute mark, period number 2 at the Bell Center.
Well, there's a look at a guy who had 3 helpers in the first period. That's only happened 3 times this year. Blake Wheeler, his teammate Evgeny Kuznetsov, has done it, and tonight that guy right there did it. He was in on all 3 goals. One of them was a break out of his end, but the other 2 were real beauties in the offensive zone that led to a pair of goals by Tom Wilson.
Canadians keep the puck in, winning that face-off. 4 players battle for the puck. Nothing doing here. Play a little scrappy near the Washington blue line. It's in deep again. You're back around his own net, lifted one high. That didn't get too far. Canadians causing a few problems with their forechecking a little harder. And again, on the puck was Oshie. He had to back up twice around the net to get away from the Canadians' forechecking. Sherbak was in there looking for it. Long pass, got to center ice. Burakovsky up over the line, turned back, threw it in there for Backstrom. A little bit out of his reach. And got him behind the net. Now will be goal, but just out. Washington back on side, not much doing there. A long pass. Canadians nearly got caught by the extra man on the ice on the player change. It had escaped, but the play was allowed to continue, and the fans are getting restless. Canadians not doing very much. Shots are 14-11. This point in the hockey game, Washington, they're leading. Here they come again, led by Eller. Centered it, and the Canadians were back to pick that up, and Drouin backhanded the puck up to center ice again. Orlov to his partner. He put it deep. Canadians get it out quickly. Drouin had to wait, and then allowed Washington to come back and pick it up. It'll be Verana who rolled it back. Now through the middle for Eller. He gave the pass to the right side. But that play was broken up easily. Puck still in there until Gallagher gets a chance to clear, and he does. Lifted a high pass down the ice. That quickly was Niskanen for Washington. Got it up to Connolly. He had to back it up. Niskanen will take it again and go around the net with it. He was caught in there. Canadians come in looking for it. Was played back by Delorier. At the line. Long shot by Jolson. Big rebound. Back to Jolson again. And no shot this time. Into the crowd it goes. Not a chance to reach the net. Body of players in front of Grubauer. No chance to get one through. Maybe Daniel Carr can do it. He centered it. Hit the skate right in front of the net again. With him on the play was De La Rose. But it just hit his skate. Halfway mark coming up. Second period. 15 seconds from now. Washington leads Montreal 4-1. Ovechkin on the ice gives the pass. That's Kuznetsov carrying in. Turning at the side of the net. Ovechkin was open, but the pass didn't get to him. Yerback comes up from the blue line. Looks back to the line. Tried to hit Ovechkin. It was high, and it got off the boards and out to center ice. Orpik threw it over there to the far side. Back for Brooks Orpik. Right through the middle. Washington passing the puck better. Got in out of the reach of Ovechkin that time, though. Petrie for Montreal. 9:32 left to play. Second period. 4-1 score. Looks like a foregone conclusion, Gary, the way Washington is checking. Every time the Canadians get a chance to move. Eagle nearly got in front with it. Lehkonen threw it out. Nobody on that side to pick it up. Back in it goes, and Chiasson trying to center. Pass comes by in front of the blue ice, in front of Carey Price. It nearly got out, but not quite. This Bell Center crowd is really restless now. Canadians come on a little bit, and it's dumped in by Lehkonen. Boy, I haven't heard the building like this in some time. Big goal at 4:52. Makes it 4-1.
Freshening up for spring without spending a lot is refreshing. But when those spring touches get everyone as excited about the season as you are, that's what saving feels like. And why Walmart has all your spring essentials at unbeatable prices.
Hey, welcome to Giuseppe Pizzeria. I'm Giuseppe. With real high-quality ingredients and classic varieties, you can bring home the delicious taste and amazing smell of your favorite pizzeria.
New Giuseppe Pizzeria. Bring home pizzeria pizza taste. Bring home Giuseppe by Dr. Unger.
Not expecting the Canadiens to do much against the Washington Capitals, but I think, Gary, they had a pretty good start until Gallagher got what they thought was their second goal of the game, and then the coach took over it.
Well, the building was alive when Gallagher scored that goal, and they were all over the Washington Capitals, but although the play was being reviewed for offside, it gave Barry Trotz an opportunity to let his team know that he was not happy with them and that they better get it going really quickly. And I'm sure those weren't the words he used, but they worked, and whatever he said, they have responded.
And they're ahead 4-1 right now, with 8:42 left to play in the second period. And they're looking for more, almost every shift. This is Kempney back in his own zone to get the play started. Backstrom rips the pass down to that right side. And Price has to stop this one at the side of the net, near the blue ice.
He's a magician with the puck. I mentioned earlier, it looks like sometimes he has eyes in the back of his head. Here's the breakout. He just lays it up to Kuznetsov. He does the rest, but some of the passes that he makes in this short little small areas like that are just beauties. And you got to just know where everyone is on the ice. Great peripheral vision. He puts the puck right in the wheelhouse. He is one of the best passers the game has to offer.
Canadiens down 3 goals, and 8:15, all that's left in the second period. So the game is moving right along, and there's another setup for Ovechkin. High shot. Price got a piece of it, but it went higher and out of play.
You know, the thing about Ovi, he's got 14 power play goals, but he's got 30 even strength goals. This is a guy that piles them in even strength. He's over 600 goals, and he's just passing some unbelievable goal scorers as he climbs the charts. 315 shots on net.
Again, Price will cover up, and another face-off will occur in the Canadian zone.
He had the 4 goals versus Montreal in the second game of the season this year. And he had one that was a turnaround spinner that was just a beauty.
Chiasson and Orlov assisted on the Beagle goal. For Beagle, his 7th goal of the season. And that made it 4-1. Washington, Canadiens on the move. Dumped in by Byron. He's quick. He did get in, but not quite fast enough. Back of the net as Gallagher looks out, turns the other way, came out in front himself and lost the puck, and the net was bumped off the moorings by Gallagher as he tried to come back out looking for the puck. It was gone, so was the net. 7:50 left in period number 2. 4-1, Washington.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est une assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Parle-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
It's that excited feeling, the one you get about your life. And we're excited for you too. With easier, faster, more innovative ways to save, so you can make the most of all your wonderful changes.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
performers presented by the new 2018 GMC Terrain. Well, Alex Ovechkin's 44 goals lead the race for the Rocket Richard Trophy, and when he scored his 600th career goal last week, he joined a pretty exclusive club. He's just the 20th player to reach that plateau and the 4th fastest behind Gretzky, Lemieux, and Brett Hall. He's also on pace to be the first Capital in franchise history to play 1,000 games, which he'll do April 1st. Bob?
Okay, he's been quieted so far tonight, even though here in the second, the Capitals have outshot the Canadians to this point 6-2. And the Canadians cannot keep the puck in. It was missed by Jordy Ben at the blue line. They recover and get it back in over the line. No shot coming yet on the boards to the far side. That was hooked high off the glass. It got a bit high and was touched somebody. It was touched by somebody on the Montreal bench, stopping the play.
Kuznetsov line with Tom Wilson and Ovechkin has a bit of everything to offer, and the toughness and the grit of Wilson here as Byron and him go at it in front. But Wilson said to him when he turns right there, "I got 2 goals. I can't go in the box with you now. I'm searching for my hat trick, man." And he went off to the bench. But it's that little extra spice on that line where he doesn't require the puck anywhere else in the ice until he gets in the spots you've seen him score from today. He lets Kuznetsov and Ovechkin do the rest. He gets in, he bangs on the forecheck, he keeps everyone honest around those 2 skilled players, and he can shoot the puck and he can chip in, and he's proven that as he's approaching 20 goals this year.
He's shown lots of speed too in the hockey game, getting up to the puck when he sees there's a chance to go for it. He's been strong tonight. Like you said, 2 goals, looking for a hat trick. High stick made contact with the puck, and that stops that play. The Blue Jays are back. Tune in Tuesday, I think that Thursday, as the Blue Jays host the Yankees in the Honda home opener. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. That's on Thursday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Sportsnet. Baseball time means good weather is on the way. Is it here yet? 0 degrees in Montreal today. So it's coming. So are the Capitals. That shot is blocked. Second one off Price. And got by the post on that near side. Caps are all up, hoping to keep the puck in. They're not going to do it. It was cleared out by Logan Shaw down that left side. Carried in by the defenseman Ben. Got near the net, and that's about it. Caps are all back covering. 3 of them are on the goal, including Jay Beagle. Beagle is over there at the far side, takes off for the net. He was there, no pass coming, but at the blue line, stopped by Orpik. Dumped it in for him, he couldn't reach it. And the Canadians get it out to center ice. 6:25 remaining in the second. Connolly steps up. For Washington, dumped the puck in deep. Price played it. On the boards, no dice for Delorier. He was checked immediately. Now Connolly lost it. And the Canadians get a chance to move it on. They do. Just lifted the puck inside the Washington blue line. There goes Lars Eller again. Played it over here on this side for Verana. He's caught at the blue line, stopped by Orpik. Shot at the net. Connolly was knocked down. Now coming on his car. Centered the puck. Good play by Grubauer. Got his big stick down and stopped the pass. Near center. Tipped ahead by Daniel Carr, but offside is the call at the Washington blue line. Grubauer, not busy, but great when he has to be. That's a smart move.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est un tag assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Parle-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
It's about those times when you think about the future. And that's why we're here. To build a retirement plan that fits you, prepares you, and changes with you. So you can make the most of all those wonderful changes.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
second game of the season, these two teams met, and there's a turnaround slapper from Alex Ovechkin. He had 4 goals that night. He just couldn't miss. And he put the Canadiens in a hole they just could not climb out of. And tonight it's been the passing of Backstrom and Tom Wilson who's got the Montreal Canadiens behind. But for Alex, we look at goals that are scored with one franchise as a player, 602 with the Washington Capitals, and he'll be passing Bobby Hull and Joe Sakic and a few other ones that are on that list very shortly.
20th player in the NHL with 600+ goals. Here's Gallagher, and he just missed on that far side. He had lots of room and just grazed the post on the outside. Penalty coming up against Washington when they get control of the puck. And here's the call.
It's a hooking call on Wilson. And it's right at the blue line, coming across the blue line. It's holding, holding one or the other. You're going to see it right at the top of the blue line. Gallagher gets a pretty good rip at this thing and just goes high and wide. And then as it cruises along the blue line, Drouin is coming across. There's where the stick gets in. That's why I thought it was a hook. It was in there, but holding it is. And the Montreal Canadiens will go to the power play and 0 for 11 in their last 4 games. So look to get off the schneid there and see if they can't get one back here.
The Canadiens have allowed 4+ goals in 7 of their last 11 games. 4-1 is the score now with just over 5 minutes left to play in the second period. Washington leading all the way. Gave up the first goal and then took over. 4 in a row. Galchenyuk ripped it right at Grubauer, and he simply caught that and held on.
It's a long shot, but with no traffic in front of Grubauer, he gets a chance to follow it right into his glove and a face-off to his left as the Washington Capitals penalty killing up around 80%. They do take a ton of penalties, though. They were up top 26th, 27th in the league in PIMS.
That's the Canadiens' first shot in about 15 minutes of this second period. So the crowd is restless. Nothing doing from Montreal after getting the first goal. Good chance there, stopped by Grubauer on the deflection right in front of him. And they steal the puck. Again, the shot coming in, Beagle. After the rebound to the corner, trying to hook it back to the line. He tripped the Montreal player, but got away with it. No call made. And the Canadiens have the puck. 1 minute left in the penalty. Canadiens power play moving up. And over the line quickly was Drouin. Back to the line it goes. Galchenyuk steps up a few feet, looks back to the line. There's the shot. And that's blocked by the crowd in front. Dumped near the line and out. Nearly a 2-on-1 shaping up right there. Coming on hard as Backstrom. Did get in. With him is Oshie. And the puck is around the net. But Lehkonen back there for the Canadiens got it up across center. In over the line. And the pass to him. Shot on the short side. Missed the goal. Ricochets off the boards down the ice. Hard skate by Eller to come up. And he nearly got there. Collided with the boards. It's okay. Got up. Still skating hard on the back check. Under 4 minutes left to play in the second. Canadiens on the power play, but not for long now. Just 10 seconds left in the penalty. Montreal looking for a goal. It's 4-1 Washington. And they have owned the game since giving up the first goal by Galchenyuk at 8:35 of the opening period. Then carrying on is Tom Wilson. Got the puck in deep. Went after it behind the goal. Missed it that time. Poked it loose the second effort. And the Canadiens put it up on the boards. It won't get out right away. However, now they'll get it out. Byron shot a pass off the boards, and that's going to be an icing call against Montreal.
You mentioned, Bob, they only had a couple of shots in quite a long period of time. And here's a nice little tip, Drouin to Gallagher, and Grubauer comes out and tightens up the space, makes a pretty good save. And then Beagle follows up his shot and gets a good rebound off of Carey Price. Nearly roofs that, and what a nice pass from Galchenyuk to Lehkonen as Backstrom and Oshie got caught taking a rush shorthanded. That left the wing wide open for Lehkonen. He just couldn't bury it.
Ovechkin on the ice gets a shot. Telegraphed that pretty well and had it blocked easily, and the Canadiens get the puck out of the zone. 2 of them come up to center. end of a shift for him, so it's dumped in. Canadians changing. Kempney brought the puck up. Pass got in behind Kuznetsov. He rolled in behind the net, hoping to find it, but the Canadians take over. Cleared ahead on the boards. And dumped away out of harm's way by Jolson. Capitals had to come back. That's Jurabek. Onto the skates of Kuznetsov, and he got it over here for Kempney. Moved to center. Back in for Kuznetsov out of his reach. Covered anyway by Jordy Ben. And the Canadians get it out, led by Logan Shaw to center. The pass too high and hot to handle. And Delorier just kept coming, hoping to pick it up, but he won't do it. Dmitry Orlov for Washington. 1:42 left to play in the period. And long pass down there. They get it in for Ovechkin. Centering pass. And then he tried to backhand. It didn't work. Ovechkin thought he was hooked from behind and said something to the referees. He skated away. 1:22 left in the period. All Washington goals. 2 by Wilson, Kuznetsov, and Beagle. Beagle in the second period. After Galchenyuk scored the first goal of the game, back in 8:35 of the first. Up there now is Burakovsky. Swinging the puck around the net, but the Habs get it out to center, and you hear it, the announcement. Last minute of play in the second period. Burakovsky just rolled it back in his own zone, a little deeper. Orpik brings it on, right wing pass. Capitals going in hard, but they're in the midst of a change. Nobody open on that side to take the pass. Wrong shot from the blue line. By Orpik was just wide. Centering pass is covered. And turning, Riley got the puck out and down the ice, and backing up was Orpik waiting for it. Threw it in there, a little bit too far. Price covered anyway. 21 seconds left of the period.
Well, we know Alexander Ovechkin can snipe. He can shoot the puck. Watch this pass from Orlov. He stays on side, and can he dangle or what? Thank you very much. 1, 2, and then the backhand at the net as he just goes around Juleson and Alsner like nothing. Inside out, you don't get any part of the body, and when you slide a bit early, and he's a right-hand shot, so when he comes around you, he pulls it right around you, and that was a good backhand by Ovechkin, and that would have been a highlight reel goal if he could have finished that one off for number 45.
This replay is brought to you by Tim Hortons, official coffee of the NHL. Puck was missed by Orlov at the blue line. 14 seconds remaining. Habs after a goal before the period is done. But Orlov was on the puck. His center missed everybody. It got to the blue line. Ben took a shot. Score! Wow! 1 second left. So you never know. Shoot it when you can. And it's a 2-goal game.
Well, they're having a look at this one, too, to see if it's a high stick. Remember Carey Price when he bobbled the one behind the net? Well, the same thing happens to Grubauer. He has the puck a long time on his stick, and he dumps it into the wrong spot. And when he dumps it into the wrong spot, it creates all this play that happens after, and eventually the shot that ends up bearing it. Here he comes out of the net. He stops the puck. He has time, and he lays this soft backhand over to Orlov that Hudon gets over, and Ben forechecks. And then it eventually turns to Ben firing it, and there's the stick and the deflection that drives it down into the net.
That'll be a good goal. Hudon is under review, all right, but the stick was around, well,
it's going to be close, I think. Remember, it's the crossbar, right? It's not really in relation to his shoulders. It's the crossbar. And they'll have a good look at it with him standing there. They'll be able to come from behind and get a good look at where his stick is. It's not how high it is. It's where it makes contact with the puck at the time the puck hits it.
Crossbar is 4 feet. The stick under that.
And there's a look at it right there, and it's above his shoulders.
Wow.
But is it below the crossbar? And that's going to be a tough one. Again, it has to be, it was called a goal on the ice, so now this has to be enough information to turn this thing over. It's certainly worth the challenge, and the referees will have their hands full with this one. It's not an easy one to call.
My bet was with the Canadians this time. They had one call back. This one, well...
After the decision on the ice stands, we have a good goal.
Oh, sure. All right, it's a one-goal game with 1.3 seconds left on the clock. There's the shot. There's the connect. And there's the goal.
Great deflection. I mean, it just, Grubauer's moving upwards on the toes of his skates to make a save on a high shot, and it comes straight down back through his legs on the ice. That's a good tip for Hudon. And hopefully a goal that will spark Montreal and get them ready coming into the third period.
Hudon and number 9 for him on the season. Then took the shot. Shaw also gets an assist on the goal. The time will be 19:58. That's the end of period number 2 in Montreal. The shots for 10-5 Washington. Coming up in the second intermission, Saturday headlines presented by Huawei smartphones. After 2 periods, the Washington Capitals continue to lead by a score of 4-2.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est un tank assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir autant pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Pardonne-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
It's about those times you think about the future. And that's why we're here. To build a retirement plan that fits you, prepares you, and changes with you. So you can make the most of all those wonderful changes.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
The Hyundai Elantra. So, do you have to buy a big car to get a safe car? Not if your car has a super strong superstructure made with advanced high-strength steel, or when it's loaded with safety technology. Even autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian detection. And we back our quality with one of the best warranties in Canada. The Hyundai Elantra. The compact that's big on safety.
smartphones, and a shout out to Eric Thomas of Sportsnet Central, who attended Loyola Chicago. And he knows Sister Jean, and his basketball team won again tonight to move to the Final Four in March Madness, whatever that is. Eric, I see you every night, and I'm excited for your team. That's big news in Chicago. That's where we're headed here, Nick. Coaches, 31 started the year. Looks like 31 will finish the year, but you have rumblings coming out of Chicago?
Well, there's going to be a lot of speculation once the season ends on a few teams making or contemplating coaching changes, but none more intriguing than the Chicago Blackhawks and Joel Quenneville's future. It's no secret in our industry that Stan Bowman, the general manager of the Chicago Blackhawks, and Joel Quenneville don't have the healthiest of relationships, Ron, and it kind of bottomed out, I think, at the draft last season when Joel Quenneville found out that Panarin was traded for Saad long after the fact. So a lot of people now looking at current president John McDonough to address this once and for all. What that means is maybe some hard decisions, but all of a sudden status quo isn't good enough for a lot of people in Chicago. And one way or the other, this thing has to break up. What a domino effect it would have in the industry if Joel Quenneville comes available, guys.
2 years and $12 million, I believe, left on Quenneville's contract, too. Another name that could potentially be out there is Bill Peters in Carolina. He has 1 more year under contract, but in the interview process, it was discovered that he has an out clause in his contract shortly after this season. So once Carolina's done, he can investigate the market. Now, we don't know if he'll do it. He won't, obviously not something to talk about while they're going on, but Ron, he's another potential guy who could be out there.
Elliot, if Joel Quenneville moves, that's big news. If Ken Holland leaves Detroit, that'd be big news. What are you hearing?
He's not acting as a guy who's leaving. People say he's scouting as aggressively as any GM. They're going to have a high pick. Apparently, they made a big pitch to a free agent named Daniel Brickley, who's going to be making a choice the next few days. Detroit very much in there. Ron, I think there's a lot of conversations going on right now between Ken Holland and the ownership of the Red Wings about term on a new deal, what the role would be. I think we're going to get some clarity before the end of the season, but people are saying this is not a guy expecting to be out.
You men were in for the general managers meetings and all marveled at how fast the goalie interference change occurred. So what's happening now with the new review system, Chris?
Well, the word coming out of those GM meetings was that this would happen for the playoffs, but I'm now told it's going to happen much sooner, possibly this week, Tuesday or Wednesday. We're looking at the transition from the referees, having that call over to the hockey operations department in Toronto this weekend. The vote is still going on with the Board of Governors. They need unanimous approval for this change to happen, but the NHL is very much prepared to have this change happen very quickly.
Go ahead, Nick. You want to know?
No, I was just going to say, you're next referee. You want the job?
Yeah. No, I sure am. But I do agree with Don a little bit. For referees, it's nice that there's outside influence in that decision, and there will be. There'll be a number of people involved. Another nugget you gleaned was with respect to the World Championships, Chris.
Yes, in Pyeongchang, the bronze medal team was put together by Sean Burke and Martin Brodeur principally. Those two men will also lead Canada into the World Hockey Championship in Denmark in May, and that's a tough act for them to follow, both because of their success at the Olympics, but also the fact that this is a team that won silver last year and gold the 2 previous years, and the expectation's always high for Canada at that tournament.
Yeah, Chris, I'm hearing that both Marty Brodeur and Sean Burke will be co-managers, and then expected Hockey Canada to make that announcement early next week. Coaches that might show interest, Travis Green and Bill Peters from Carolina as well. And apparently it might be Carey Price's job if he wants it. Now, a lot of people thinking that this would be the perfect way for Carey Price to get back, at least on the good terms, for the remainder of his hockey season before going into next season. And maybe Denmark is a perfect country. It's not hockey mad crazy. It could fit to his liking.
Elliot, NCAA playoff season is exciting in its own right, but of course names become available. So what's happening?
Well, the Vancouver Canucks and their fans are on edge, pins and needles maybe, you could say. Adam Gaudette, 5th-round pick in 2015, who led the NCAA in scoring. His Northeastern team got knocked out tonight, and Ron, the word is that he's going to make a decision on his future probably the next 48 hours. The Canucks got Brock Besser in their lineup a day after he got knocked out last year. You know they'll be aggressive. They don't want him going back for his senior season.
Chris.
Casey Middlestat is another name that's hung out there. It's the Buffalo Sabres' top prospect. His NCAA season ended last weekend, and the Sabres are still waiting to see if he'll join them right away. It's something I believe the NHL team would like to see, but there's pressure on him to return to the University of Minnesota for his sophomore season. Word is that there'll be a decision from his camp sometime in the next few days.
Chris Johnston, Elliot Friedman, and Nick Kyprios with our headlines. Ghislain Hebert is refereeing tonight in Ottawa. There's actually two New Brunswickers, both named Hebert. Ghislain is from Bathurst, and that is where we'll be for Rogers hometown hockey tomorrow. You see him in conversation here. There was a review late in the second period. We're going to be headed up to the heart of Acadia, the land of memory, the Big Maw call it, the northeast coast of New Brunswick at the KC Regional Center. Tara Sloan. Tara.
Well, Ron, the timing could not be better for our trip to Bathurst here this weekend. Last night, Le Teton kicked off their playoffs against Chicoutimi with a 3-1 victory, obviously hoping for the same result tonight. Tomorrow on the broadcast, we meet star defenseman and projected top 10 NHL draft pick Noah Dobson, who has strong family roots here in Bathurst, and a great friend of the show will join us, David D.K. Kelly with the St. John Sea Dogs. We have two games on deck on the main network. It is Nashville visiting the Winnipeg Jets, and the second game, Sportsnet Pacific, it is Dallas and Vancouver.
Tara in Bathurst, Rogers hometown hockey tomorrow. Looking very much forward to that. Our nightcap game tonight on Hockey Night in Canada. Dion Phaneuf, Drew Doughty, and the Los Angeles Kings. Drew will be on After Hours with Scott Oak along with Tujar Kara. That game from Edmonton still to come tonight on Hockey Night in Canada.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est un tank assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu as pu te sentir autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Donne-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
It's that excited feeling, the one you get about your life. And we're excited for you too. With easier, faster, more innovative ways to save, so you can make the most of all your wonderful changes.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Have a 4-2 lead over the Canadiens after after 2. I'm joined by the man who got the scoring started for the Capitals, Evgeny Kuznetsov, especially after being out the last 3 games. You certainly didn't look like you were feeling any pain. How did it feel out there getting back in the lineup?
I mean, the trainers did a great job, you know, and it's not easy to watch the guys watch the hockey from upstairs. It's always tough, especially end of the year. You want to play more and more, and I'm glad to be back on the ice. It always feels unbelievable.
Montreal had come out to such a great start until you guys really took over, 4 straight goals, but that last one with the second left in the period, how do you take control again?
The goal maybe could change the game right now. We just have to be focused. We have to execute our plan, and I think that they have a little bit of momentum right now, but we have 17 minutes break right now. We will have a new plan, and we will execute for sure.
All right, thanks for this, Evgeny.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Evgeny Kuznetsov very happy to have scored because he gets himself a Hockey Night in Canada towel. It means that much.
Une équipe qui roule, c'est un assurance. C'est quand la dernière fois que tu aurais pu te sentir autant en pleine possession de tous tes moyens? Et voilà!
Promets-moi quand même de mettre ton casque le plus souvent possible.
The one you get about your life. And we're excited for you too. With easier, faster, more innovative ways to save, so you can make the most of all your wonderful changes.
You're richer than you think. Scotiabank.
Freshening up for spring without spending a lot is refreshing. But when those spring touches get everyone as excited about the season as you are, that's what saving feels like, and why Walmart has all your spring essentials at unbeatable prices.
Today, we disrupt the SUV by adding trunkification. I give you the Sport Utility Sedan, the 2018 Subaru Legacy.
Tough season for the Canadians, no doubt, but Jeff Petrie knows he's always got one big fan cheering him on from home. Take a look at 2-year-old Boyd Petrie. How adorable is that? No doubt he is Daddy's biggest fan. Now, from one D-man to another. Thursday in Detroit was John Carlson's 600th NHL game, and he's having a career year as his 62 points gives him the NHL lead among defensemen. It's even put him in the Norris Trophy conversation in some circles, and it couldn't come at a better time as he'll be an unrestricted free agent this summer. He's also one of just 4 Capitals who have played in all 75 games this season. Now let's get ready for the third period to set it up to Bob Cole and Gary Galley.
Thank you, Christine, and here we go. Period number 3 coming up when Washington is ahead after 2 periods this season. They are 31-1-3. Pretty tough stuff to catch a team like Washington. leading after 40 minutes. That's the case right now, but the Canadians should have gotten a little life out of a shot that got in with just over a second left in the second period. Boudon scored that, his 9th of the season, from Ben and Shaw. So it's a 4-2 game coming into the third. There's Lehkonen on the puck, centered it. A shot coming here from the line. And Grubauer was ready for that. Coming up strong was Carl Alsner, and one-timed it.
Well, John Carlson has been a real bright spot for the Washington Capitals, and he now leads the leading NHL defenseman in franchise history for the Washington Capitals. And when Mike Green vacated the spot and moved on, he stepped in, and boy, he's been a real good one. He's played for Team USA, and he's hoping to put a cup in his resume this year.
TJ Oshie trying to get the puck out of the zone, got some help and takes off himself. He couldn't knock down that pass, though. Price did, and it's cleared back to center ice. Backing up, Niskanen threw it to the left side. Now the Capitals get it going. Dumped in at the net. Price just had to hang on the short side and let that puck come to him. And as Burakovsky came in and tried to jam it by him.
4-2, the Canadians get a goal late. You always hope it gives you a bit of a positive push forward, and the Caps aren't going to stop coming. They transition so well on Burakovsky with that chance, and I just mentioned the fact earlier that Backstrom in those tight little passes, he gets the puck just inside the blue line, and it's a little 2-foot saucer right on the tape of Burakovsky, and pretty good chance.
And the 2-goal night man, Tom Wilson, is on the ice with Kuznetsov and Ovechkin. Canadians have the puck coming out of their own zone, though. Down to center ice. Ben brought it on. Threw it to the left side for Gallagher. He tried to take a shot. Had his stick lifted. He was checked well. Stopped at the line, or did it get out? It did, apparently, and it's an offside call.
It's going to be a penalty here as well for Hooking.
CHL playoffs are underway. Catch game 2 between the Saginaw Spirit and the Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. Coverage begins tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time on Sportsnet and Sportsnet Now.
Sorry about that, Bob. Just penalty on the play there. Drouin's going to be in the box for Hooking. Up the wall they go, and there he reaches into the hand of Kuznetsov, and the call was immediate, and the Washington Capitals will go back on the power play. Start this period with a nice, fresh, clean sheet.
And out comes Ovechkin to play that left side. He's wide open over there, now covered. This puck came to Carlson. Took the shot. Price ready. Score! Price was ready all right on the short side, and the puck got by him. I don't think he saw it.
Okay, here's what you tell the guys that play with Backstrom, who just got his 4th helper of the night. Put your stick on the ice and don't move it. They lose the face-off, but they win the battle. Kuznetsov gets off the line quickly. He gets to the puck. He gets it settled back in place, and you put it in the hands of a guy like Backstrom, and he can find anybody. He's looking like he might go across to Ovechkin. Everybody's leaning up forward because Ovechkin's got that one-timer. Look at Lehkonen. He's leaning up forward. Julesen's leaning up forward. And where's Kuznetsov sitting? On the backside. It's an easy tap-in for his 2nd goal of the night, his 2nd power play goal of the night. What a big one, and what a nice pass.
1:10 into the period on a power play. And again, it's a 3-goal lead for Washington.